Today, for the first time, our new male rhino calf, Jabulani, has been put out onto savannah area, which is our public area with all the other animals on the savannah area, 6 other species in our big 34-hectare space, where the public can now see him with his mom and granny and great granny and auntie all out on display with all the other animals. His first reaction on being out on lower savannah was pretty wide-eyed, and he was like, whoa, this is a big space out there. That is a very tall animal, that is a very big animal, that is a very feathery animal, that is a very fast animal, that is a very stripy animal. There was a lot of thoughts, I'm sure, going through his head, but he handled them well. He stuck to mom and the rest of the rhino crash. Took it step by step and minute by minute and hour by hour, and he's so far just loving it out there in the beautiful sun. Much like any sort of teenage human boy, he's just, testing the boundaries and just seeing potentially where he can get into a little bit of mischief and just loving life to the full.
So since Jabulani has been out on the savannah, he's got to meet the eland, zebra, ostrich, waterbuck, giraffe, so there's a lot of his neighbours, I suppose you'd say, that are out there now. He's got a lot of character to him. He's kind of full of himself a little bit, sort of forgetting that he has this big 2-ton bodyguard behind him that sort of follows him everywhere, and that's probably what the others are sort of reacting to that a little bit more. But he's certainly loving the big space out there and interacting with all of his neighbours. Jabulani loved the mud wallow, loved being in there, rolling around with his mum. I mean, he had to get pushed in there. You can sort of see her footprint on his bum as he goes in. Sort of like kids in the bath as well, sometimes a little bit reluctant to go in, but then once they're in there, it's sort of difficult to get them out. And obviously his mum was leading the way with rolling around, and so he was following a lot of things that she was doing as well. Main benefits for wallowing for the rhinos is obviously on very hot days like we have at the moment. It's keeping them nice and cool. It's really good for their skin as well, and so it works as a little bit of a natural sunscreen, but also there's a lot of biting insects in Africa, and so having a big layer of mud over their skin helps with that as well. He's closing in on 100 days, Jabulani, at the moment, and so he's pushing the scales at about 260, 265 kilos, which is a massive weight gain from when he started, day one, about 50, 60 kilos maybe. And he'll eventually grow up to be the size of his mum, which at the moment she's weighing in at about 2.1 tonne. Fun fact about rhino is they are actually really quite fast and mobile, and so you'll see them when you come around, they're really moving quite slowly, sort of plodding along, but when they need to, they can really put the energy in, and they move very fast. They can get up to about 45, 50k, which is obviously faster than Usain Bolt even.